All right, part two of our tiger painting. At this point, we should have some orange paint on there. If you don't have that on there, you're going to have to do that first. But the next part will be to outline some things. You could do it with a Sharpie marker, black one. These work good for detail parts. So if you want a lot of detail in there, you can go right over it and add those to the parts of your tiger to make them stand out a little bit more. As you can see here, that really makes this eye pop out. Now some areas we'll want to do with some paints, so we're going to go ahead and work with some paints for some of the outer edges, just because that'll give us some of the stripes and a nice look on our artwork. Okay? So I'm just going to finish up a little bit here, and then I'll show you some cool things you can do with some black tempera paint. Okay. So I could do a little bit more detail there, but the paints, at your table I'll have some liquid tempera. So this doesn't need water with it. It's already wet, and I would recommend using one of our smallest brushes or a little bit bigger, maybe a medium size for this one. Okay? I'm going to probably use this one to get started. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm going to add a little bit of a kind of like an outlining with a Sharpie, except I'm just going to use paint for this. Okay. It doesn't work well for details here though, because it's a little bit harder to work with. But on the outer edge, it's kind of nice. So I go around, I want to do some detail work here, kind of making it stand out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going like that a little bit. And then I could start doing some of those stripes. So for example, I want to have maybe a stripe that comes in on my tiger here. So it's kind of like a wavy line that I like to add into it. Maybe a little bit thicker here, and it gets a little bit thinner towards the inside. And this really starts to make it look like a tiger. Okay. Try to vary it, meaning that they're all not the same length or width. So we don't want ones that are all the same. We want some that are a little bit thicker, like this one maybe I'll go really thick on. And other ones might be a little bit smaller and thinner through here. Okay, just add that variety in there. So you can go around there, so there's different areas. Make sure you look at the picture of one so you can kind of see where you would need to put those stripes on there. But I like to do this as well on the ears. Kind of adding a little bit of texture into the work. Kind of going like that and outlining a little bit. Maybe some stripes here. I kind of like to do this on the top. Kind of comes down. Adding some lines that come out from here. Really makes it look nice like a tiger. Okay. So you would work on that first of all. Now it's going to be a little bit wet for the next part. But we want to try to make your tiger look like it's in a jungle. So we have some of this tissue paper, which is kind of cool because it's see-through. Because I can actually see through this paper right here, but we don't want to just cover it up. We want to kind of look like it's peeking through, like it's hiding behind some leaves. So I can rip it, or I could use a scissor to cut. And we're going to use a glue stick now. And we're going to glue this right over here on top. Now if you have some places that are wet, it's okay to put it on top of it. You just don't want to move it around a lot while you're working. So I'm just going to put some glue on the back side with the glue stick. Okay, you just kind of go, it's kind of hard at first, but once you get it down it's not too bad. But you just go like this. And then this one here, maybe I'll just put this one right here, kind of like he's hiding right behind this leaf. And then what you want to do is kind of add a bunch of them on the sides here. And we have different colors. You could use like a dark green. You could even use a blue in there. Cool colors look good in the background. But that's what we're doing today, guys. Go ahead and work with your cats today, giving them stripes, adding more details, and making the look of a jungle. All right, good luck today.